Okay guys, taking a stab at this intertwined treble blankie. That's what I'm going to call it. I started with a nice scarf shape, obviously, because I have plenty of works in progress, and although this one will be on my to-do list, I just wanted to give you guys a quick tutorial. Sometimes it's a lot easier than reading instructions. I know how I was when I first started. I couldn't read a pattern to save my life, and now I write them. But I still find it nerve-wracking to read them. I don't know about you. Just doing this with my phone here, so it's not going to be the best. I have this one. Treble chain, treble chain, treble chain, treble chain. Just make sure it's your beginning chain that you're also skipping it on the bottom. Once you get to second and so forth, it will be no problem because you'll already be able to see them. Now I have my other chain, which is a tad bit longer than this was when it started, just because I want it to layer over here. Basically on top of your chain with your working yarn on top here. Now yarn over twice, and I'm going to find that chain that I need to go into. If you feel like this might be a problem, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you feel like this might become a problem for you, or you're worried about skipping stitches, you can go into your chain when you start, before you even attach it like this. Shoot. When you attach it like that, before you attach it like this, you can just go in and take your stitch markers. I love these because they're a dime a dozen. And just grab each one you're going to go into, which is going to be every other one. That's quite a lot for a blanket, but so you get the first row down, because I have already tried the second row. Okay, so let me restart this since I screwed it up. Now pull this. Crap. Make sure that your chain is underneath and your working yarn is on top, because I just pulled it from the back, and I'm sure that'd be fine for the first one, but it's going to offset it from where I need it to travel with me. So into my chain. I never realized how difficult it is to work with your hands straight out in front of you like this. And remember, chain 1. Now underneath, I'm also skipping. So I went into this one, skip that one, which is stretched out from my last attempt, into here, pull. 1, 2, 3. Let's get across here. My hands aren't even working correctly yet today. I was up pretty late working on a birthday present. And I would believe at the end, once everything's finished, I would believe that you would join it any way you really want to. You kind of just, I'm going to let this one float the way it is till I get to that point. But I would think that you could just start a border into those two ends right here. You know, because you have a chain and a chain. So you really only have 2 loops to go through. It's not going to make it real fat till the other side, I guess. So if you wanted to position them differently so that the chain sides are on opposite sides, so you only have 3 to go through, that might help to even things out. But that's when you're finished. Yeah, and I'm just, at this point, like I said, this is just a scrap piece, so I'm not super worried about if I skip one, whatever, I'm going to pull it out after the video. But it's nice to try this. I think if I didn't have any orders, I would do this sort of thing on a daily. See a new stitch, make a square out of it, put it down. Just to get the hang of it, because you know, you pin these things and then you never use them. And you find yourself pinning them 2 and 3 times anyways. I think it feels difficult, I guess, because I'm in an awkward position, but I believe that it would be a lot easier if I had the whole green finished, and it's, you know, then it would be heavier, then I could actually work on top of it and it would keep me lined up and in my place. But right now it's just a nuisance to actually do that. What's up, Bobby? The TV. I thought you were eating.
What?
I'll be out in a minute.
Okay. Sit down.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll put his hat.
Okay. He's playing with the cat. Almost at the end. I hope. I measured the little viewing area before I started, and it's literally like super tiny for you guys. So I can't be sliding around. I'm not disciplined enough for this yet. Right down in here. Yeah. So I mean, you could do that to kind of keep your place, because it is wacky when you're holding it up in the air, and it's such a thin piece. It just curls around and does whatever it wants. Here's another one. Last 2. I hope I've been remembering my chains. Looks like I skipped one. No biggie. This is just a sample. Yarn over twice. Skip. 2, 2, and 2. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I have extra, but that's why this is just a sample. I didn't feel like counting. Personally prefer making hats just because I don't like counting. I like to be able to watch my football games and not have to stare incessantly at what I'm working on. Okay, I chained up the 4. Now you're just gonna go, now, like I said, this row is gonna be a lot easier. You're just gonna go straight into there. You see that treble post? So we know that that loop on top of it is what we want. Make sure that this is back here, so you're actually coming back out. Right here. 2. Oh, that's gonna be 4. Whatever. See, it's very easy to tuck this back here, but then you're pulling it through and it's gonna be stuck. Here, I'll do one. If you accidentally get yourself caught back here and you're working out of this, then you can't grab it, you know? So just, I keep having to correct myself on this one too. You go in, but you pull this out so that you can work on it. And treble, chain, and right back in. Right back out. So that's the only thing that's real different about this. I mean, besides the look of it, it's awesome. I was blown away when I saw it last night. Okay, there, that's the start of it. Do you see that? Kind of looks like football. Stitch, that'd be cool. And a big brown blankie. If you want to make a big brown one that looked like a football. At the ends now, like I said, you can see that this is my start and this is also my start. First of all, your one color, you're going to complete your piece, you know, the size you want. That would probably be best, I would think. And that, excuse me, add this color in. So if this was finished the way I wanted it, and this was the end, I would actually take this chain piece and start it up here, because this one has a weak link. It's thin, it's just the one. It's not the double loop. So I'd be pairing this single with the double, and then this single with the ending double of the white, which would actually be up here. So then you would have it even. But I honestly, where's my, let's take the white. I honestly would, just, I don't know. I'm not the best at asking what to do for edging, but you could sew it together like you would a granny square first, and do it that way. But I'm going to attempt a shell. Crap. See how they do or do not join together. And no, I do not feel bad for the cartoon music. It's my daily torture, so it's a little gift from me to you. And I'm just doing clusters of 3 double crochet and skipping 2 in between, just to see how that kind of looks together. You could do anything to join it. Like I said, use your hand needle and just sew it, and then add a border to hide that, or you know, whatever you got to do. But that's it, and that's the end. So they're together. See if we can pull them. Yeah, they have their little gap here, but it's not going to hurt anything.
Hey, Mom.